After I was assaulted, my sister stopped me from calling the police. She said she was going to take the bar exam to become a prosecutor and couldn't allow anyone in the family to have any blemishes on their record. She even threatened to take her own life, forcing me to marry him. You won't find anyone else anyway. Might as well marry him. She gaslighted me, forced me to marry my rapist. Turns out he was an abuser. Less than 2 months into the marriage, he beat me to death. When she found my body, my sister still didn't call the police. Instead, she helped hide it. I opened my eyes and saw a figure creeping into the room. This time, I smiled as I opened my sister's bedroom door. The pain still lingered, like my entire body had been crushed under a steamroller. But the next second, it was replaced by an unprecedented sense of lightness. I gasped for air, and a familiar scene came into view, pale pink curtains swaying in the breeze, letting a sliver of moonlight through. This was my room before I got married. Realizing what this meant, I immediately fumbled for my phone to check the date. May 12th, 3:10 a.m. I'd been reborn on the day I was violated. After a moment's thought, I immediately climbed out of bed, unlocked my sister's door, then quickly returned to my room. The whole sequence flowed like water. The moment I locked my door, I heard the mechanical voice from the entrance. Door unlocked. I held my breath and curled up in the corner. Sister, this time you are the one who gets violated. Let's see how you handle it. My sister Sophia and I were fraternal twins. Same age, but different in appearance and personality. I was prettier than her, mediocre in studies, with a quiet disposition. She was plain-looking, diligent, and hardworking. Sweet-talked everyone, and after graduation, was obsessed with passing the bar exam to become a prosecutor. In my past life, when I was violated, I wanted to call the police, but Sophia snatched my phone away and threw it on the ground. She said she was going to become a prosecutor and couldn't allow anyone in the family to have any blemishes on their record. I cried and refused, turning to Mom for help, but Sophia was quick. She grabbed the fruit knife from the coffee table and held it to her own throat. She said if I called the police, she'd kill herself. Mom had no choice but to convince me to agree, but Sophia wasn't satisfied. She took the opportunity to force me to marry my rapist. He violated you because he likes you too much. It is your fault for having that slutty face that seduces men. If it weren't for that, why would he rape you instead of someone else? You won't find anyone else anyway. Might as well marry him. She gaslighted me, forced me to marry my rapist. Turns out he was an abuser. Less than 2 months into the marriage, he beat me to death. When Sophia came over and witnessed it, she didn't panic. She helped destroy the evidence while complaining. I told you not to hit her so hard. Now, look what happened. The little bitch is dead, and I have to clean up your mess. I shouldn't have given you my family's door code so you could marry her. Look at all this trouble. We're face always flirting around. Good riddance, she is dead. That is when I realized there was no accident. It was all premeditated. Soon, I heard my doorknob being turned. After failing to open it twice, the footsteps moved to the next room. Shortly after, I heard Sophia's faint cries for help from next door. Too bad her voice was too soft. Mom and Dad couldn't hear her. I guess that right now, she must be like I was in my past life, pinned down in the darkness with the rapist's hand covering her mouth as he committed his violence. A few minutes later, I heard the man's muffled groans, followed by Sophia breaking free and calling for help. She stumbled out of the room, crying and shouting for help. Mom and Dad woke up to the noise, and I pretended to look sleepy as I emerged slowly. Seeing me, Sophia froze in her disheveled clothes. After recovering, she rushed at me and slapped me hard across the face. Why wasn't it you? Then, just like I had in my past life, she cried to our parents, Mom, he raped me. I am calling the police. She reached for Mom's phone, ready to dial.